Hi everybody, this is Bernadette, second medium. I'm here at a location. It is the El Campo Santo cemetery site here in San Diego. And there's a spirit activity going on here. I came here one time, a couple of times, with a paranormal team, and they got some spirit box um, messages, spirit. But I'm going to show you the overall what it looks like here. Okay, I'm going to start from one corner here. Alright, and I'm going to scan around. This is just, it's not a large cemetery. It's very small. Okay, you can see this. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Look. Right here. This right here, way in the corner where it says Tanhana, there's like a picket white fence there. Um, we went there at one time with a paranormal team, and this guy, this guy likes his whiskey and cigarettes. And what Stan did, he is the leader of the paranormal team, and he had like one of those little mini whiskey bottles, like those souvenir ones, but actual whiskey in it. And then he had a cigarette in there, and lit it up and set it on right somewhere around there, and he was he was smoking. That was pretty funny. And here's continuation of the cemetery. All right, I'll take more pictures as I go. Okay, here's another part. This is here. Let me go around where I was standing. Right over here, there's a gate where anybody can enter. It's open. All right, that's where I was standing over there. And this right here. See, I'm gonna go show you some of these that have high fences. They weren't there before, so must be a reason why they had those, because there's some children here that are in these white fences that had passed away either from sickness or some type of illness. Okay. All right, and here's some more. See, they had issues, people climbing this tree, so they had to block it. But here's some more. It's like surrounded by different businesses, and so the cemetery is like right in the center of all this. Okay, right here, and then behind, across the street, here, there's some homes. You can see some cars parked in the driveway. Okay. Okay, here's one of the cemeteries. It's a small gate here, and there's a walkway, and there is this right next door is a restaurant. Okay. All right, but here I'm going to show you one of their grave markers here. It's Antonio Gara Sr. He was a leader amongst his people, and he died in 1852. Okay. I think it was this one. I was standing next to this one, and they did a SLR camera, and there was a stick figure standing next to me, and I thought that was interesting. They used that one when I went with the paranormal team. Okay, this is the one I was talking about where I was uh, talking to Mr. Edward Green. He's the one that likes the the whiskey and the cigarette. Okay, hi, Mr. Green. Here's a little bit of history about this guy. He died in 1872. All right, he was a native in Ireland. Okay, he came to California in 1852. All right. So, Honorable Edward Lynch Green. Okay, I'll give you a close-up of his tombstone. Alright, what it looks like. Alright. Okay, we're going to do an EVP of Mr. Green, so let's see if he responds. Okay. Okay, we have Mr. Mendoza. I have not talked to this person before. Also, I don't think any of our paranormal team had talked to him. I don't recall. Maybe they have and I wasn't here. But this is Juan Mendoza. He died in 1865. You want to read up on that while I do an EVP session with him, and see if we get any sound. I got my handy dandy thing here. Okay. All right. So Mr. Juan Mendoza. How are you doing today? It says here that he was a prominent San Diegan born in Tennessee. The story goes Mendoza worked as a major domo or chief steward on one of the Cape Coutts ranches. Coutts claimed that Mendoza had threatened his life and in a hasty act of revenge killed Mendoza in broad daylight. Wow. Okay. All right. So Coutts is somebody who, all right, it says here at the bottom, if you want to read it with me, it says the action, of course, violated the legendary code of the West, which prohibited shooting an unarmed man and shooting a man in the back. Mr. Mendoza, did they ever give justice for you of what happened? Did you get justice? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'll play this back at another when I clean up the audio on my computer so we can hear it better. Okay. All right, thank you, Mendoza. Okay, here's another angle here. I'm going to show you. Right back here is where the entrance is, so I'm on the other side of the cemetery. So if you look, there's more little ones in the back. And then these here. I was told we never. Oh, here's another one. Is Anita Gill's little girl. Okay. They dropped pennies and quarters. Oh, they even put the flowers in a bottle down there. People do this out of respect. All right. Here's her story of what happened. It says, I remember the funeral processions of a little Anita. There, I'm going to record while I read this. Maybe she's got something to say. All right. Okay. All right. I remember the funeral procession of a little Anita Gills as a wound across the plaza in a way old church. The child lay in a tiny white coffin with dressed in a small white table and covered off. And the coffin and the table was filled with flowers. 6 little girls dressed in white wreaths ahead carried the table. The priest and 2 boys carried cross, walked ahead, and mourners behind. Oh, that's so sad. All right. Taken from Calvert, Lillian Whaley. Oh, wow. Lillian Whaley is the wife of Mr. Whaley of the Whaley House at Santo. This one is Bill Marshall Verdugo. He was hanged here in 1851. I'll bring it closer so you guys can look at it. I'm going to play this to see if there's any. Hold on. Okay, we're coming to a close to the end of this video, but I wanted to show this one was the last one. It's 1851, and there's 2 people. There was 2 people that got hung here. I do have this here. If they have anything to say, we'll capture it. All right.